I wanted to make a really quick video just on my phone like this to answer a couple questions about private sessions with me, because I just got an email and it's kind of a common question that I get in my emails, so I thought I would just make a video quick. So the session packages that I have listed on my website are negotiable, meaning I work with people in all different ways. Some people come to me once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, or once every 2 weeks, or even once a month, once every 3 weeks. I have people doing all those things. So my main thing is I don't want to do a one-off session. I've found that that's not really the way the Shakti works through me. It's an ongoing process. So we'll do a session, that energy will keep working with a person until we do a session again. So whether it's twice a week or once a month, the energy is constantly working with the person. Once we start working together, the Shakti, the Kundalini is working. One-time sessions they're not really productive in the way that I work, in the way that the Kundalini works for me. So when I work with someone, I want it to be an ongoing thing. And that's why I have the packages laid out the way that I do. But just know that they are negotiable. I might even change that on my website. Another thing is, so this person asked about Deeksha, saying, so a 3-month package is for clearing and not for Deeksha. No, that's not true. So Deeksha, meaning Shaktipat or awakening of the Kundalini, is always a part of the process, and it's part of everything that is within the session. There's always Deeksha, there's always Shaktipat. The way that the Kundalini works through me is she will work with whatever your deepest desire is. If your deepest desire is to have Deeksha and to have a Kundalini awakening, that is where the energy will be focused. Within that, there's always a lot of clearing that needs to take place. So Deeksha or Shaktipat or awakening of the Kundalini energy isn't separate from the clearing work. It's all a part of it. So it's not like we get a Kundalini awakening or we get Deeksha and we don't have to do the clearing work, because as a result of the Kundalini awakening or the Deeksha, the clearing work starts happening, right? And that's what Kriyas are. If you've heard people talk about Kriyas, that's the Kundalini energy clearing. So I hope that's clear. There's always a lot of deep. Some people come to me more for growth in life. Like they might have issues in life that they want to work with, but it's still the Kundalini energy working. Whether it's relationship or money or creativity, your expression, all of that is worked with through the Kundalini energy. If you're just coming for a Kundalini awakening, there is also life. You're also having a life, right? So it's not just about the Kundalini awakening, it's about the Kundalini awakening within life. Like, how do we live our life with a Kundalini awakening? How do we experience it? How do we express it in the world? So answer is, Deeksha is always happening. If your main goal of working with me is, I want to have Deeksha, I want to have Shaktipat, I want to have an awakening, well, the divine is aware of that, because I surrender to the divine. If you're coming with a strong feeling of wanting to know or wanting to experience or wanting to express something, and you're talking to the divine about that, then my goal is to tune into the divine and work with what your deepest desire is. So the answer is, Deeksha is always happening. Clearing is always happening, because I don't see them as separate. I see them as one and the same, because a result of Deeksha, a result of Shaktipat, or a result of the awakening is clearing, because we all have clearing work to do. We're human, we're in a body, right? We're in a form, so we all have clearing work to do in order for us to have our spiritual awakening. And as far as packages go, it's negotiable. If you feel like you want to work once a week, once a month, twice a week, talk to me about it, and we'll figure out what schedule works best for you. I just don't want to do a one-time thing. I don't even really like to do a 3-time thing. I would prefer if it's ongoing, even if it's only once a month. I would rather do 12 sessions over a year once a month, because then the Kundalini's always working, the Shakti's always working, and there's always progress. The other thing that's very important about working with me is that you are doing your own work at home on your own during session, like between sessions. So, meaning maybe you have a meditation practice every day, or you're doing some sort of personal growth work, because we always have to, it's not like the Shakti's just going to come in and do everything for you. We always have to be inwardly reflecting, inwardly looking, taking responsibility for our life, taking responsibility for our own growth. And then the work that you do with me just amplifies that. Right? Okay. Hope that helps. Jai Ma. Talk to you soon. If you decide you want to work with me, just give me a shout through my website.